Okay, students, so this week we'll be focusing on a continuation of the fourths and fifths with the tritone and talking about our other kinds of chords that we basically use in music. So let's start with a little review of the fourths and fifths. So as we learned last time, a perfect fourth, you're literally just kind of counting up four. So here we go, a perfect fourth above C. We're going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that distance is called a perfect fourth. If I were to do another one here, a perfect fourth, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect fourth. Oh, where's my sound? There we go. Okay. Another way you can keep track of the distance between the fourths is all perfect fourths are going to be 5 half steps. So from this C, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that now gives us perfect fourth. And from this note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives us. The other way you can also think about it with the perfects, if it's natural, like C natural, a perfect fourth above C natural is F natural. They match. If this is C sharp, perfect fourth above C sharp is F sharp. If this is D flat, a perfect fourth above D flat is G flat. So the net flat, flat, sharp, sharp, natural, natural. And it works in all cases except F to B. So for instance, a perfect fourth above F is B flat. And why those not match? Because we need 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So perfect fifth above F, the perfect fourth above F is B flat. Now remember, all perfect fourths sound like here comes the bride, here comes the bride. Here's another one. These are all perfect fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the bride. Okay, and here's one here. Okay, so there's the perfect fourth, C to F, or A flat to D flat, or F sharp to B. Perfect fourths. And once more, the perfect fifth. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Star Wars. And the perfects will match. So a perfect fifth above F sharp is C sharp. F, G, A, B, C. That's 5. Okay, or a perfect fifth above D flat is A flat. All right, so those are our perfect fourths. And from Tone Savvy, let's just do a couple of more reminder exercises of how the perfect fourth and perfect fifth look. So let's do interval building. Let's take out the wonky keys. And what I'm basically keeping is just the basic major keys. We're only going to do the fourths and the fifths. And they are all going to be perfect. Perfect fourth or perfect fifth. No accidentals. Again, I recommend you practice. A perfect fourth above D flat. Just count up 4. D, E, F, G. Bottom one's flat, top one's flat. D flat, G flat. Listen to Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth above D flat. Well, there we go. It's the same one we just did. Perfect fourth above F. There's the one that doesn't match. As in, anything between F's and B's, B's and F's will not match. So we can look at a keyboard and say, what's the perfect fourth above F? You can count up 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect fourth above F is B flat. Not A sharp, B flat. So we go back over here. Perfect fourth above F is B flat. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth above F is C. Okay, perfect fifth above D. Go up 5. D, E, F, G, A. Bottom one is natural, top one is natural. D, A sounds like Star Wars. Star Wars. Perfect fourth above D flat. Again, bottom one flat, top one flat. D, E, F, G. Perfect fourth above E. Bottom one natural, top one natural. E, F, G, A. Okay. Perfect fourth above B. Bottom one natural, top one natural. B, C, D, E. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth above C. We're getting all the fourths. Perfect fourth above D flat is G flat. Here comes the bride. Bottom one flat, top one flat. E flat, A flat. Okay, we're getting all the fourths. I don't know where our fifths are. Okay. Let's do identification. Let's go bass clef. We are going to identify only the fourths and the fifths. Double accidentals. Okay, so hopefully we hear that sound. You're either hearing Here Comes the Bride or Star Wars. Maybe you hear Star Wars. Star Wars. Plus you can just count the letters. F to C, that's 5. F, G, A, B, C, so it is a fifth. And it is perfect because that's all the fourths and fifths are right now. Okay, that was a little bit different. Did you hear, Here Comes the Bride? But they don't match. Yeah, because the perfects do not match between F's and B's. So this is a fourth. D flat, G flat. Just count. D, E, F, G. That's a fourth. C to F. That's 4. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. Plus C to F is 4. So these exercises are pretty easy. And again, like we did last week, we find that we will continue our ear training. So if we're just going to hear fourths and fifths, we'll just do a little bit of this right now. Perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Bum, bum. You're either listening to the sound of Star Wars or Here Comes the Bride. Bum, bum. Star Wars. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. What do you hear? Star Wars or Here Comes the Bride? Here comes the bride. Or is it Star Wars? Here comes the bride. Star Wars. Bum, bum. Here comes the bride. Okay, so that was from last week. Okay, so a little review on the perfect fourths and perfect fifths, because now that's going to take us to the tritone. The tritone occurs in music quite often nowadays, but back for a few hundred years, music theorists argued not to use the tritone because it was such an ugly, ugly sound. And the tritone is either an augmented fourth. So see, a perfect fourth above C is F. But if we augment, we make it a little bit bigger, and we turn that F to F sharp, we get an augmented fourth. That is a twin to the diminished fifth. A perfect fifth is C to G, but diminished means make smaller. So here we made this larger by a half step. C to F is a perfect fourth. Make it larger by a half step. We augment it. That's sharp, the F sharp. The perfect fifth is C to G, but we're making it a little bit smaller by a half step. You get that sound of a diminished fifth. Augmented fourth and diminished fifth sound exactly alike. Here's C, F sharp, C, G flat. They sound the same. So first of all, you hear the difference. Here's C to F, perfect fourth. Here's C to G, perfect fifth. Now here's the tritone. Whoops. Hear how weird that sounds? And the reason they call that a tritone is because between this and this is 3 whole steps. 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step. Such an odd, bizarre sound. Here's another tritone. Hear that? So we could say that an augmented fourth above A is D sharp, because here's a perfect fourth above A. That's Here Comes the Bride. So if we're going to augment this, we go up to here. So A to D sharp is an augmented fourth. And if we say, but what's a diminished fifth? Here's a perfect fifth. See, that's Star Wars. And if we diminish this, we make it smaller by a half step. So A to E flat is the diminished fifth. So the augmented fourth, A to D sharp, is the same as the diminished fifth, A to E flat. Okay, let's do a couple more tritones. How about this one? Very bizarre. Perfect fifth. Right? Perfect fourth. Tritone. Okay, so if we were to say, what is an augmented fifth, an augmented fourth above F, you'd have to know what a perfect fourth is. So perfect fourth above F, perfect fourth is B flat. So an augmented fourth above F is B. And that distance from F to B is 3 whole steps. Tritone. Tri. First whole step, second whole step, third whole step. If we were to say, what is a diminished fifth above A flat? First, we have to know what a perfect fifth is. Perfect fifth above A flat is E flat. So what's the diminished fifth? Well, if perfect fifth is A flat, E flat, a diminished fifth, the fifth is still E flat. Diminished fifth is E double flat. If a perfect fourth above A flat is D flat, then an augmented fourth is not D flat. An augmented fourth is D. So an augmented fourth above A flat is D. A diminished fifth above A flat is E double flat. So this week on your ear training, I will have included some tritones. So you will get perfect fourth, perfect fifth, and the tritone, the real wonky sound. So let's see how we do. Pom pom, Star Wars. Huh. To me, that sticks out. That's so weird. Tritone. Ba pa 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 pa. That's Star Wars. Pa pa, here comes the bride. Can you hear that? That's definitely not Star Wars. Definitely not Here Comes the Bride. It's really weird. Pom pom. Is that Star Wars? Star Wars. Star Wars. Or is it Here Comes the Bride? Here comes the bride. Pa pa. Here comes the bride. Oh, you hear it? Tritone should jump out of you. So that is just a little addition to last week's work. The other thing that we're covering new this week is the idea of the minor, diminished, and augmented chords. So this is how these are going to work. We should be by now pretty familiar with the major chord. So now we're going to take this color a little bit different. All right. We can have a basic color of a major chord. To make a major chord, we already know we have to start with the major third, and then we've got the minor third. We also have that's a perfect fifth from there to there. So here's C major. So in a C major chord, C's the root, E's the third, G's the fifth. Perfect fifth from here to here. Major third from here to here. And it's the root, the third, the fifth. That's C major. Now, if we want to make C minor, we got to start with C, but this time, to get that dark minor sound, we have to start with the minor third. Now we flip it. From here to here, we have a major third, or a perfect fifth, because perfect fifth exists in the major chord and the minor chord. So I'll show you. Here's C major. Here's C minor. C, E flat, G, E flat, C. So C major is C, E, G. C minor is C, E flat, G. Let's make another minor chord. Let's do G major. Here's G major. Now, to make minor, we have to take this third and lower it. So we get a minor third from here to the third, minor third. That's G minor. A decidedly darker color than the other major chord. Let's do one more. Here's E flat major. How do I know to go to that note? I got to go to a major third. And there's my fifth. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Now to make my E flat minor, that was E flat major. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. To make E flat minor, I have to go a minor third. So here's major third. Here's minor third. Remember? So this is E flat major, E flat minor. Now both E flat major is a perfect fifth. And E flat minor also has a perfect fifth. Okay, so that's the minor chord. Now what we got up here, we have another kind of chord called, let's compare the diminished. The way diminished works, see all the chords stack right on top of each other. The diminished chord is as small as you can make it. So that means a minor third with a minor third. Now if we look at a keyboard, we can see, and actually this is a mistake, that should just say G flat. So if we look at a keyboard from C, if we want to make C diminished, we need to go a minor third. So from C to E flat, that's a minor third. That's a minor third. Now from here to the next note, go a minor third. Well, up a minor third from here is here. Okay, so here's 1, 3, 5 of C diminished. Okay. Oh. Okay, so another way to look at this fifth, some people say, well, how do you know the difference between C minor and C diminished? Here's C diminished. C minor has a perfect fifth. That's perfect fifth. C diminished has a diminished fifth. So in a diminished chord, you always hear that tritone. So here's C minor. Here's C diminished. Now, because we're dealing with the diminished chord, occasionally you're going to get some double flats. So for instance, like this. This is E flat major. Hello? Having trouble with my keyboard. Whoops. That's E flat major. Now to make E flat diminished, we could go minor third. Now go another minor third. Da, ba. Now, if you look at it, you cannot say E flat diminished as E flat, G flat, A. You can't say that. Because if the fifth of E flat major is B flat, to make it diminished, you have to diminish the fifth. B flat diminishes to B double flat. So if you spell out a diminished chord, E flat, G flat, B double flat. And you'll see on the staff, it stacks right up on top of each other. And then finally, we have the augmented chord, where now we're getting a major third. Everything is a major third, so it's as big as you can get. So here's C major. Now, from here to here is major. Now from here, go up a major third. So here's augmented, C augmented. Da da da. Okay, so let's make some augmented chords. Let's go from here. A flat major. That's A flat major. Now augmented, make sure we keep the major third. Now go one more major third. So that's A flat augmented. What are the notes in an A flat augmented chord? The root is A flat, the third is C, the fifth is E. Okay, what's A flat diminished? Start in A flat, go up a minor third, and then go up a minor third. What's that tritone? What do you say? The tritone. Only the diminished chord has the tritone sound. Okay, so what do we say the notes are in a A flat diminished chord? The root, number one, is A flat. What's the third? Now, a lot of students will say it's B. Well, it's not B because you still got to go a third. A, B, C. So it's A flat, C flat. A flat, C flat. C flat is the third. And now we go one more minor third. And you can call that, here's the perfect fifth. To make a diminished chord, we have to have the diminished fifth. So this is E flat, perfect fifth. The diminished fifth is E double flat. So in an A flat diminished chord, A flat is the root, C flat is the third, E double flat is the fifth. Okay, so let's pick a chord, and I'll make the four different variations, the four different chords. Excuse me. Here's E major. That's E, G sharp, B, G sharp, E, E minor. E, G, B, G, E diminished. E, G, B flat, G, E, and augmented. E, G sharp, and you see that note? That's not C, it's B sharp. Because everything was E, G, B. Whether it's E, G sharp, B, or E, G, B, or E, G, B flat, or E, G sharp, B sharp. See, in a triad of E, E's the root, G's the third, B's the fifth, and then you, depending upon if it's major, minor, diminished, or augmented, you use the accidentals accordingly. One more, here's D major. D minor, darker character. D diminished. D augmented. Okay, now another way you can look at these chords is you can think of if a major chord is the root, third, and fifth of a major scale. To make minor, if you know your 12 major chords and you're comfortable with them, it's really easy to figure out the rest of the stuff. You don't have to count, major thirds, minor thirds constantly. If a major chord is 1, 3, 5, the minor chord, you just lower the third. As an example, here is A major. Let's make A minor. Lower the third. Let's lower C sharp to C. Okay. How about D flat minor? Here's D flat major. So the third of D flat major is F, which means if we want D flat minor, we don't say F, we lower F. We lower F to F flat. So D flat minor is D flat, F flat, A flat, F flat, D flat. Okay, and to make a diminished chord, take your major chord, lower the third and lower the fifth. Make an augmented chord, just raise the fifth. All right? So, the homework that I've given you on Tone Savvy this week looks like this. We are looking at major, minor, diminished, augmented. Identify what you're looking at. Build the chords, and then can you hear the chords? Okay, so let's start with just identifying. Chord identification. And I'm taking out the strange keys, just keeping the basic 12. Only root position, major, minor, augmented, diminished. All right. Take a look at that. If you didn't hear that sound, you can at least look at it. Okay? All right. What is C to E flat? Minor third. What is E flat to G? Major third. It's a minor third with a major third, or it's the minor third with a perfect fifth. So what is that up here? That is this. Okay, see, major third, minor third, major third, minor third. All right, so that's a C minor chord. That is a minor triad. Well, did we hear it? Can we also see it? F to A is major, A to C is minor. That is the combination of F major. That's interesting. Can you hear that sound? Let's see what we got. D to F. That's a minor third. Then we have an F to A flat. See? F to A flat. So what's F to A flat? Another minor third. So we go up a minor third, go up another minor third. That's the combination for diminished. A flat to C is a major third. C to E is a major third. They're both major. It's as big as they can get. Okay, and now let's build some. Chord building. Let's go bass. Keeping only the regular major keys in there. F sharp major. All right, well, we got to start with F sharp. Now go up to the third. A major third above F sharp is A sharp. Now we need a perfect fifth from here to here. Perfect fifth above F sharp is C sharp. C minor. Well, I got to start with C. Now if we go minor third, we find ourselves on E flat. That's a minor third. Perfect fifth above C is G. There's C minor. A diminished. We got to start with an A. That's our root. What's the third? We got to go up a minor third. Now we got to go one more minor third. A minor third above C is E flat. Or a diminished fifth. A perfect fifth is E, which means a diminished fifth is E flat. E augmented, we have to start with an E. Now we got to go major third. Now if we look at the keyboard, we see that it's an E, then a G sharp, and then we got to go a major third. So what do we call that? We don't call it C, we call it B sharp, because they will stack 1, 3, 5. All right. So you're going to build different chords. You're going to identify different chords. And lastly, for the new stuff, I gave you hearing the different chords. Can you hear your major, minor, diminished, augmented chords? Next week we'll put them in inversions. Right now we're just doing this. Now my suggestion, see if you can hear what's 1 and 5. That's the diminished sound. You hear the tritone? Also that 1 to 3. That is a minor third you're just hearing. Okay. Okay. Your individual. And hopefully you hear that minor sound. You hear that? Major. Major. Minor. Major. Okay, I'm waiting for one of our. I'm waiting for our other ones. Ooh, check that out. You hear that? Those are pretty big. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all these. My suggestion to you is when you practice them, practice only maybe hearing the difference between major and minor. Then you get comfortable hearing the difference between major and minor. Then see if you can hear the difference between major and diminished. Then see if you can hear major and augmented. Try some different combinations. Eventually, your ear will start to hear all of those. The rest of the week, you've got this. They're just basically reviews. I've given you continue working on your intervals. Nothing new there with the intervals. All right. And I gave you some rhythmic dictation on the tone savvy. And again, it's just can you hear when quarter notes are being played and half notes are being played, etc., etc. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys have a great week. And any questions, be sure to email me. Talk to you later. Bye.